It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. Everything has beauty, but not everyone sees it. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Our greatest glory is not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. To know what you know and what you do not know, that is true knowledge. By 3 methods we may learn wisdom. First, by reflection, which is noblest; second, by imitation, which is easiest; and third, by experience, which is the bitterest. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach your full potential, these are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. Real knowledge is to know the extent of one's ignorance. Success depends upon previous preparation, and without such preparation there is sure to be failure. When anger rises, think of the consequences. When it is obvious that the goals cannot be reached, don't adjust the goals, adjust the action steps. Better a diamond with a flaw than a pebble without. Silence is a true friend who never betrays. If I am walking with 2 other men, each of them will serve as my teacher. I will pick out the good points of the one and imitate them, and the bad points of the other and correct them in myself. If you think in terms of a year, plant a seed; if in terms of 10 years, plant trees; if in terms of 100 years, teach the people. What you do not want done to yourself, do not do to others. Old age, believe me, is a good and pleasant thing. It is true you are gently shouldered off the stage, but then you are given such a comfortable front stall as spectator. Study the past, if you would divine the future. Heaven means to be one with God. Never contract friendship with a man that is not better than thyself. Here, I know, I see, I remember. I do, I understand. To be wronged is nothing unless you continue to remember it. The strength of a nation derives from the integrity of the home. We should feel sorrow, but not sink under its oppression. The superior man thinks always of virtue, the common man thinks of comfort. When you know a thing, to hold that you know it, and when you do not know a thing, to allow that you do not know it, this is knowledge. You cannot open a book without learning something. The more man meditates upon good thoughts, the better will be his world and the world at large. To practice 5 things under all circumstances constitutes perfect virtue. These 5 are gravity, generosity of soul, sincerity, earnestness, and kindness. Without feelings of respect, what is there to distinguish men from beasts? If we don't know life, how can we know death? In a country well governed, poverty is something to be ashamed of. In a country badly governed, wealth is something to be ashamed of. A youth, when at home, should be filial and, abroad, respectful to his elders. He should be earnest and truthful. He should overflow in love to all and cultivate the friendship of the good. When he has time and opportunity, after the performance of these things, he should employ them in polite studies. To see and listen to the wicked is already the beginning of wickedness. If you look into your own heart, and you find nothing wrong there, what is there to worry about? What is there to fear? Learning without thought is labor lost, thought without learning is perilous. A gentleman would be ashamed should his deeds not match his words. The expectations of life depend upon diligence. The mechanic that would perfect his work must first sharpen his tools. Wisdom, compassion, and courage are the 3 universally recognized moral qualities of men. The superior man acts before he speaks, and afterwards speaks according to his action.